Hello and welcome back to another Infinite Flight tutorial. In this video I'll be showing you how to take off in the A10, commonly known as the Hog. If you're following along, we'll be departing runway 3 right at Nellis Air Force Base. The identifier is Kilo Lima, Sierra Victor. My takeoff weight today is 41,000 pounds or approximately 18,600 kilograms. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we want to do is set the brakes so that we can configure for takeoff. To do this, I'll increase my trim to plus 15%. My takeoff flaps will be set at 7 degrees. When we're ready, we can release the brakes and utilize our manual braking. If you didn't know, you can actually pull down on the rudder tab to engage the brakes while on the ground. With the brakes held, I slowly increase my throttle to 90%, and this is a great time to double check that you're properly configured for takeoff. If everything looks good, release the brakes and gradually increase your throttle to 100%. The rotation speed in the A10 is 10 knots slower than the actual takeoff speed. My takeoff speed today is 139 knots, so when I see 129 knots, I'll go ahead and pull back to 7 to 10 degrees and wait for the A10 to become airborne. Once you visualize the positive rate of climb, we'll go ahead and retract our gear and flaps, and we can begin our climb out. The climb out in the A10 should be at 10 degrees, and we're aiming for 210 knots. Don't be afraid to use your trim if you find it hard to stay at 10 degrees. Here I'm using some negative trim to help bring the nose back down, but you may need positive trim. As I climb to 4,500 feet, I'm aiming for 210 knots, and I'll keep adjusting my pitch to maintain that speed. The typical cruising altitude for the A10 is anywhere from 10,000 to 25,000 feet, with a cruising speed of 210 to 300 knots. The higher you go, the lower your cruising speed will need to be, and vice versa. Don't be alarmed if you find yourself using a lot of throttle at all times while flying the A10. It's notoriously underpowered, but it'll get the job done. The A10 shines down low and slow, where you'll find its maneuverability is exceptional. Now that you know how to take off in the A10, I look forward to seeing you in the next one where we talk about how to land. Be sure you subscribe to the channel for more great content and tutorials, or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Infinite Flight. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the next one.